What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 7 to the Sky. Guys, last episode we set up a completely overpowered wither, skeleton, spawner, grinder, all in one. We got so many wither skeleton skulls right now. We're up to 33,000 and we're just continually increasing that number. Yeah, we got quite a bit. This episode, let's go ahead and make an auto wither boss former and killer mechanism. That's what we really need to do. So I'm underneath our Botania area here, and I figured this is probably going to be the perfect place to spawn in the wither boss and kill it, since we are spawning that in for the nether stars for our Botania mana generation, right? Yeah, I was trying to figure out where I wanted to put this thing, and I was almost thinking, should I put like another floor underneath our south platform? This used to be our mob platform. I guess it still is because we have our wither skeletons up here. I was thinking, should we make another floor underneath here and put it down there? But then it dawned on me that, yeah, we should probably do it underneath the Botania area, because what else are we going to do on the underside of the Botania area? I don't know. I can't think of much other than like extra mana storage. Anyway, so yeah, this is the center. I had marked out this area right here on this torch. So this is the center of the platform. So if we build the wither boss chamber, it's going to be centered right around this. What the heck? That just scared me. Lengthy stone pickaxe. Wow, that's a really great pickaxe. You got 0.5 reach distance. Get out of here. You too. Anyway, yeah, so I think we're going to put the wither boss chamber here, which means we're going to have to put the wither builder underneath it. But we still haven't even made the wither builder yet. So let's take a look at this wither builder. We briefly looked at this last episode. So we're missing the supreme machine frame, and that is made with ether gas. Right. I have forgotten about this. So ether gas is made with a laser drill placed above a spawned in wither boss. We take a look at the laser drill. Yeah, over wither. Looks like you can be in any biome. No blacklisted biomes. It has to be over a wither boss. Minimum Y value, maximum. So it's like any height, any biome. As long as it's over a wither boss with a purple laser lens, you'll start collecting ether gas. Yep, this is what we need to do. So that means we have to build laser drills and the fluid laser base. Okay, can we make this? We can't. Am I in the right thing? Yes, I am under this thing. All right, let's get back in here. So we need a wither builder, which means we need a supreme machine frame, which means we need ether gas, which means we need the fluid laser base and laser drills. The fluid laser base requires advanced machine frame, and that's using the pink slime. We have done this plenty of times. How much netherite scrap do we have? We have 28 of that, and it was 2 per advanced machine frame. The laser drills require the simple machine frames, which is the latex one, and nothing crazy in there. In fact, I think we even have some of those. Yeah, we have 6 machine frames. Yeah, those are the only machine frames we have. We have 6 of those already, so that's not a big deal. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make a advanced machine frame. We should have everything all set over here. In fact, I think we already have our pink slime set up right above this thing. Yes, we do. Oh, I can't right click on there to see how much is in there. We have 134 buckets. It doesn't look like much from the outside, but yeah, that's 134 buckets worth. Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and get that going here. We'll make these blocks. We'll be right back. All right, yep. So that was pretty simple to get that stuff done, since we had a lot of the stuff made from before. There we go, fluid laser base. That's actually a task. We had a task complete from the laser drill as well. I did want to point out that we have, oh, looks like we might actually get some more. We did get some diamond drops from these mobs, and I did put a second advanced void upgrade into this so we could have another row. I was going to put the diamond gear in here, but then I thought to myself, you know, I am still wearing diamond gear, and if I were to somehow die in this thing or whatever, I don't want my gear voided. So yeah, I have elected to not do that. So we'll just collect diamond gear in here for now. I was thinking I could upgrade my diamond gear to the netherite gear. I was kind of looking at that earlier. Netherite. We have a bunch of these netherite ingots, and in fact, we actually have some netherite armor in here already. The pieces that I am wearing, though, like the head and my boots both have movement speed, total speed 30%, total speed 25%. The pants and the body do not, because these are the ones I believe that we have gotten from the wandering traders. Yeah, so if we could find movement speed increase, chest plate, and pants, I could move the enchantments over, and then we could netherite them, and then we would be wearing the netherite armor. But until then, I think I'm going to hold off. Right, so I did something like this previously in Stone Block 3. It was a mod pack that I played recently and I live streamed. And if I remember correctly, when we put a wither boss inside this, we're going to need a stasis chamber in order to keep the mob from moving around and blowing things up. The stasis chamber just basically freezes the enemy in place. I went ahead and I made one of those. This is does use another advanced machine frame, but the recipe itself really isn't that expensive outside of the machine frame, right? Like that's kind of expensive, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, I was looking at this stasis chamber, and that's the interface. It uses 1000 FE, I guess, every 3 seconds or whatever. You cannot put a range add-on in here. There is no upgrade for that, but you can put these in. I'm not actually sure how this changes things. Obviously, it makes this progress bar go faster, but what does that do? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe you need that to completely freeze a mob in place, but we'll add these in regardless. And then, yeah, we're going to have to provide it with power. The working area doesn't show anything working here, so I don't really know exactly what that does, but I think this works by giving the mob that's above it like slowness and then infinite, the highest amount of slowness or something. I feel like is how this particular block works. Anyway, let's go make sure our magnet is on. This is going to have to be placed underneath the glass outside the explosion range here. So let's go ahead and do this. And then we will place our stasis chamber right here. All right, so this is the weatherproof glass, so explosion resistance, wither resistant, and all of that kind of stuff. We'll throw these in here. And I do need to give it a power source. So do I have a point on me? I don't see one. Point? Oh my goodness. All right, point. We'll search here as well. Let's make a point. So we need to make flux cores. How many can I make? 16 of those. Fine. Then we'll do 4 of these so I have a little bit extra. All right, and then we put 1 flux point right here to provide ourselves the power. There we go. Now, does this show how much power it's using? It's using some every second, I guess. So it's using the 1000 per second. I assume is how that's working. Then we can just cover this all up. All right, so we don't want to be on top of that. So what we're going to do is we will bust out some things. We'll lay out the blocks in here, and then we will spawn in the wither boss. I actually need to get a little bit more of that wither glass. Actually, let's search for wither glass. This stuff right here. This one. Yeah, because I do not have the final top block. There we go. All right. So now we should be able to completely enclose this. So yeah, we want to do something like this. We want to get some... Oh yeah, you can see I'm getting a slowness effect. And while I am here, it will not let me move. But I can fly. So I can fly out of there. Okay, so... It prevents me from moving. It gives me a slowness effect. I think that's how it works for the regular mobs. I don't actually know, but you can definitely see that it is working while I was in there. All right, so we need to get ourselves soul sand, 4 of those, and 3 wither skeleton skulls. We got plenty of those. We're up to 44,000. That's really good. Yeah, let's go ahead and place that. Oh, it has frozen me in place right here. Like, it's not going to do it here, is it? Where does this work? Right here? Right there. Okay, so as soon as I'm in this 3x3 is when that works. What if I'm on top of the soul sand? Yeah, okay. Okay, just kind of like figuring out the range of this thing, because I'm not entirely sure how it all works. So we'll place that and that. Let's go ahead and make sure we're enclosing this so we don't get explosion everywhere. I think we're good to go. I hope. We'll just go ahead and place that there. The wither boss is a little offset. I don't know if that's going to make a big difference, but we'll find out. All right, try as I might, I cannot get this wither boss to move. I even made a mob fan and tried to push it using that, but like whatever industrial foregoing is doing, it just makes it stay there. I guess it makes the mob have no AI or something. I don't know. Anyway, so we put the fluid laser base off-centered from where the boss is, so it actually will work there. And then we can place these guys around like so. Oh, is that facing the right? That looks weird. I don't think that's facing right. Is that right? That still looks wrong. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. I think I need to be back further when I place this block. Let's try again. Yeah, that looks right. And then we got the little particles coming over here, I guess, to show that I have placed it correctly. And that one, this torch is most likely gonna have to move. So we'll move that, and then we need a little bit more space over on this side so I can place this final block, and there we go. All right, so there's all the laser drills. Yep. So these all require upgrades. I don't have the upgrades for that, so this is going to run pretty slow until I make those upgrades. These also all require power. So pipe, we'll grab some energy pipe. Is this going to be enough? Hopefully. The final step that we need is to make ourselves a purple lens. So with latex in our dissolution chamber, 4 glass panes and a purple dye, there's our purple lens. So we can just set this to push that latex back out of there. Sweet. And yeah, we should be able to come over here to our wither boss that I have muted. Oh, there is a zombie in here now. Huh. Well, I guess I can destroy the zombie. Is that going to hit the wither boss? Hopefully not. All right, and I'll put a torch in here. I don't want anything else spawning. Okay, so yeah, we have our zombie, or I'm sorry, our wither boss completely muted in there. We can turn this on. Right, so yeah, it's giving power to all these things. And then we will put a purple laser lens in here. And that should allow us to get some ether gas, I do believe, in that progress bar. Yeah, there we go, some ether gas. Now this progress bar is going slow. If we put in the upgrades in all of our different machines over here, this should go so much faster. So that's the next thing I'm gonna work on. So it turns out we ended up running out of latex while I was making all of those upgrades. So I noticed that we only are using a basic fluid tank here. So I made some tier installers so we can go ahead and upgrade this tank so it'll hold a whole lot more. But really, we need a way to automatically get acacia logs and then replace these when our fluid extractor finishes. Another thing that I noticed is our fluid extractor didn't have any upgrades in this previously. So now we do have upgrades in there, and you can see we're getting latex at a pretty significant rate. Like, this isn't bad. That's why I wanted to upgrade this, because our basic tank was going to overfill yeah, pretty quickly. So there we go. Yeah, we probably should look at getting, was it nature essence or something that we can make this out of, or wood essence? I can't remember what it is, but yeah, that's definitely a thing for the future if we want to continue getting latex easily. But yeah, okay, I was like, what is that stone block there? I remember putting it there. Anyway, our lasers are now up and running, and we are producing ether gas. And yeah, I went ahead and I put an ultimate fluid tank on top of this as well. So we have all the upgrades in every one of these, and you can see it's going quite quickly now, and our gas is going up decently fast. It's only 10 millibuckets at a time, but it's pretty decent. Also, I saw that we could put in these upgrades in here, but it wouldn't put in this third upgrade, the speed. This will not go in. I'm not entirely sure if these two upgrades are doing much. It felt like this progress bar was going faster with them in, but that might be kind of placebo. I'm not actually sure if that moves any faster with those in there, but since I made them, I threw them in there anyways, so there we go. But yeah, I'll go ahead and collect maybe 10 buckets of this stuff. I'm not really sure how much we need. We can always reset this up later. But yeah, I was kind of looking at the supreme machine frame that we are going for, and that only requires 135 millibuckets, so it's not a crazy amount. It does require a couple netherite ingots, but we do have those, some plastic diamonds, all this stuff. Like, this isn't awful to do, but yeah. We'll just have to reset this all up at a later time, I suppose. Actually, we could probably leave all this here, remove the stasis chamber. Do we have to remove? Yeah, the stasis chamber will actually be removed and replaced with the wither builder. yeah, we can just reset this up later if we need more of this stuff. But like I said, I'll just let this go. We'll farm up about 10 buckets of this, and then we will move on. All right, so I went ahead and I added in all the upgrades, including an extra range +2 into our mob crusher. So this thing should be fully upgraded. We got a power, and it's not killing the wither boss. And I think that's because this thing is being affected by the stasis chamber underneath. I have not tried removing that yet. But one thing's for sure, directly above the wither boss is a hole, and then we have our fluid laser base right here. Of course, that guy shows up as I start recording. Yeah, so we're going to have to put in the witherproof glass directly below this block here. So let's grab a witherproof glass, and let's remove this thing. Is my magnet on? Magnet on. We'll remove that. We'll place this here. It will not allow me to place that block there. What the heck? Is the wither boss kind of inside that? I'm not actually sure. Let me place it one block above then, and then I'll fix it after we get rid of the wither boss. All right, well, there we go. We got, the box should be protected. If not, it's going to blow up probably some of this stuff up here. Hopefully not. We'll find out, I guess. But yeah, I think the next step is we need to get rid of the stasis chamber, let the wither boss explode. The mob crusher should take care of it. We had the mob crusher sit here for the output to push to the bottom, which should go into our red ender chest, which should be linked to our applied energistic system, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so we have a red ender chest here. Everything that comes into this gets put into our AE system through these pipes and stuff. Yeah, I think that's about it. So let's go ahead. We'll pop these blocks out, and then I'm not actually sure if I clicked the right thing. Okay, now it's off. So is that wither boss going to come to life? Oh, it's getting bigger. It's definitely getting bigger. Please don't blow things up. It might kill the wandering trader. It didn't kill the wandering trader. Okay. They did take some damage. And yeah, this doesn't have any stuff in it. I also set this up so the essence, there's a thing here, produce essence mob will generate essence. So yeah, I have an essence thing, and that should be ejecting over into this tank. Come on, get out of here. Yeah, we got 1,000 buckets of essence. So for every wither boss kill that we do, we should get some essence, which might be nice if we want to spawn something in using the mob duplicator a little bit later. Okay, I can turn off the working area. We don't actually need that anymore. And I guess the stasis chamber needs to be replaced with a wither builder. So let me grab these add-ons. Let me grab this. And we can place our wither builder right into here. Come on. Here we go. Yep. Place the wither builder here. We'll check the working area. Yeah, so that's going to spawn it right in the center. That is perfectly fine. It's got power. So the only thing that we need further on this is to actually give it the items. So I'm not sure how we're going to do that. Maybe we will have applied energistics autocraft. I think that might be how we do it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more on that, and we'll be back. So now the fun part comes in. We're going to make ourselves a custom recipe here, and we are going to make one that says soul sand, 4 soul sand plus 3 wither skeleton skulls is going to equal 1 star. Yep, that is our pattern here. So we are going to place that into our wither builder pattern provider. Let me actually take you guys down here real quick so we can kind of see what's going on. I had to bring in the applied energistics. It is kind of a weird thing going at a diagonal instead of a cardinal, right? So yeah, unfortunately, the part that you guys don't normally get to see, we kind of did like this weird zigzag thing to get it over there. It's about center on that, and it's about center over here. So yeah, I kind of did a weird thing there. Anyway, so we got that going along the ceiling here, and that terminates here at a P2P, and then we have our cable going along the center of the island and then down here. So I decided, since we're going to have applied energistics here anyway, to remove the ender chest that we had, and we're just going to use an import bus, right? So that'll just suck the items out of the mob crusher when they get made. That goes down underneath, and then underneath this block that's really hard to see right here. This is a cable facade, and we have the pattern provider cable facing into our wither builder there. So everything should be hooked up and ready to go. We'll give this a try. So let's see if we can tell the system to make ourselves one nether star. Okay, so we do that. It spawns in the wither boss. And the wither boss gets deleted, and that just told us we created one nether star. So that's what I'd want to see. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have that, I know mob grinding utils has this wither boss death muffler. So let's go ahead and craft that. All of this stuff around one wither skeleton skull. So this stops a wither boss death sounds within 8 block radius, which we don't really care about. Right click to hide the boss bar. That's what I do care about. So we're just going to throw that right here, and we're going to right click on it, now hiding wither boss bars. So if I tell the system to craft up 10 wither bosses, let's see. Okay. That's a problem. Actually, is that a problem? Did that delete anything in there? I guess we'll find out. It looks like it can only spawn one at a time. Huh. Yeah, so the boss is blowing up, but it doesn't seem to be destroying the sand, the soul sand, or the wither skeleton skulls in there. So maybe that's not a problem. It's just going to go a little bit slower than I was expecting. Okay, okay. I mean, that seems to be working just fine. We will have to mute the TNT sound because I'm not going to want to listen to that. In fact, let's do that now. TNT or explosion, generic explosion, muffle that. Okay, so now the wither boss comes in. We don't see the boss bar. It explodes. I take a little bit of damage from the resulting explosion. But you know what? I think that is perfectly fine. Yeah, this looks like this is going to be working awesomely. So yeah, this is just going to be generating nether stars for us pretty much constantly. The only thing is, I don't think we have unlimited soul sand. We do have a bit of it, but we don't have an unlimited quantity. So yeah, that'll be something we'll have to be aware of, that we will have to refill this every now and then, but I think we should be pretty much good to go. Cool. So now that we can auto-generate nether stars, we can take a look at this flower here, this wither aconite, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not actually sure. But anyway, in order to do that, we need 2 black petals, a rune of pride, and a wither rose. So wither rose is a little interesting. The only way to get a wither rose is by getting a wither rose the normal way, I would imagine. There is no other recipe for that, but once we get one, we can use a phytogenic insulator in order to duplicate it, right? So wither rose, huh? I think what we're going to do is we're going to get some eggs here from chickens that we have spawned previously. I guess we could use some of these other eggs. I guess we could. I'm not going to, but we could. Yeah, we're going to throw some eggs into our wither boss killing area down here. We're going to turn this grinder off. Let's make sure this is not running at all. Okay, so a wither boss should be able to spawn in there and not just get deleted. If we throw eggs in there and spawn a chicken, those should not get deleted. Let's go ahead and throw some eggs, and hopefully we get lucky. We just need, I think, just 1 chicken to show up, right? Okay, well, you know what? I brought 2. If we can get more than 1. Okay, okay. Very good. Sorry, baby chickens. Didn't mean to smack you in the face with those. I don't know if the baby chickens will work or if they have to be adult chickens. I don't know a lot about the wither roses, to be honest. But I would imagine at this point, if I spawn in a wither boss, it should turn these guys into flowers, I hope. Into wither roses. I'm going to turn my magnet on. Okay. Yeah. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Star. We will spawn in one more wither boss. Have fun, chickens! Yeah, so we'll spawn that in. My magnet's on. I'm going to get a little closer. I'm going to take some damage from the wither boss. Hey, look at that. We got 2 wither roses. Perfect. Okay, so let's turn this back on. Ignored and goodbye, Wither. Sweet. Okay, so we got ourselves our nether star. We got ourselves our Wither roses. Very good, very good. So, phytogenic insulator. I don't know if you can use phyto grow on that, but let's just go ahead and throw this down somewhere and we'll make a few more of these. I guess I'll just put that right there. That should get power from the back. This, that. I guess we need water. Fluid pipe. We got water, we got wither roses, we got phyto grow. This is going very slowly because I don't have those augments. Which one was it? It was probably this one, the flux linkage amplifier and a resonating 2 flux linkage. Yeah, I think that those are the ones that we needed. So yeah, this is just going to take a minute for all these things to craft up. Don't know what's taking so long on these. Okay, so we'll put that in there. We'll put those 2 in there, and there we go. There is 5 wither roses. Yeah, I'll just throw this phyto grow in there, and we'll just get, like, you know, a stockpile of this stuff, right? Yeah, I think that'll be just fine. So yeah, we'll collect a few of those. It doesn't look like it's using phyto grow every time, just every now and then maybe. Yeah, so this is great. So we have plenty of wither roses to make these flowers now. Cool, cool. So let's take a look at making this flower now that we have the wither roses. So we needed a rune of summer, which we don't have, and a rune of pride, which we don't have. Rune of summer does require rune of earth and rune of air as part of the recipe, but as I remember correctly, every time you make a rune that uses other runes, you get those runes back, unless something changed. So let's put our magnet off. We will queue these all onto here, including that living rock. When that recipe finishes, we should be able to right click and we should get 3 runes back, I do believe, including a summer. Okay, yeah, looks like we got everything back. So we got our air and earth, we got our summer, fire. So we wanted to make the pride, which is a summer plus fire and 2 mana diamonds. So there's the diamonds. Oops, I did not put that on there properly. That and that and that. Okay, and then this one's going to take a little bit more mana than the last one, I think. It's going a little slow, but we should be able to make this work. And there we go. Okay, so there is our rune of pride. So in order to make this, we needed mystical black flowers, rune of pride, and a wither rose in order to do all that. And that goes in the petal apothecary. So let's grab some black petals. We needed, what else? Summer and fire. Actually, no. I'm looking at the wrong thing. We needed the black petals, wither rose, and pride. Wither rose. Okay, and then we're gonna need a seed actually to finish off that recipe. So that should just get dropped in over here. There's a piece of dirt in my thing. There we go. Dirt out of there. So yeah, we'll put the wither rose, pride, 2 of those, and a seed. Boom. Wither aconite is a generating flower. I don't know how good this thing is, right? Still don't know how good this is. I'm hoping it's gonna be pretty okay. Let's go ahead and grab these. I was trying to turn my magnet on. Okay, we should have all the flowers. So I'm going to place this down here. And if we hold our wand on it, it says it is not connected to a spreader. Now, okay, so this doesn't connect by default. So you have to tell it. Interesting. So if this is going to be using another star, I can imagine this is going to be using an enormous amount of mana, or it's going to be sending a whole lot. So what we want to do is use some mana lenses here to increase how fast we can send and how much we can send at a time. So what we want to do is make ourselves a potency lens. So that's going to use our fire plus plus our lens here. And then we want to make ourselves the velocity. Yeah, the velocity. And that's going to use our air. Okay, and then we should be able to combine these 2. I think you have to use a slime ball. Try that again. Slime ball, this. And then that is a composite lens of velocity and potency. So we should be able to add that to our mana spreader. Okay. Star. We're going to see how this works. I don't know. Magnet is off. Cue it on the ground. Wait a second. Does that not consume the star? Wait a second. If we could have a way where we put it on the ground and then pick it back up and then put it on the ground. That was something I was not aware of. I thought it would consume it just like these endo flames consume coal. But yeah, that mana spreader is completely full. That is crazy. So how fast are we getting mana here? Well, it still doesn't look like we're getting it that fast, but we are definitely gaining mana way faster than what we were doing before. We need a better mana spreader. So let's pick this up. Oh, look at that. Faded nether star. Durability. Oh, so that's how that works. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Yep, definitely was not aware that's how that worked. So I wonder if we have more than one of these flowers, does it use the same nether star? That's something we'll have to take a look at in the future. But yeah, like I said, we're definitely going to need a better mana spreader to keep up with the amount that this thing is generating. So yeah, we will have to use a Dreamwood version of this, which I think you have to get the portal set up in order to do that. But now that we have like a fantastic way of generating mana, that should be a breeze. Guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here for today. We got a lot of stuff going on. By the way, I don't think I mentioned that, but I did change our ugly wither skeleton box over here to make it look a little bit better. Yeah, just kind of change the border to the white concrete, made sure white concrete all along the base there as well. I think it looks a little bit better. Let me know what you guys think. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.